Ron Black in the Philippines with the truth. Well, we stopped at another one of those roadside eateries that I spoke about before, and this is beef soup. And I got another thing of beef, but I always put everything together. So delicious. I want to thank all my subscribers, my viewers, my commenters, and all of you stopping by my channel. As you can kind of look on this side, it has the trays I spoke about before. You can see them. Well, we had an interesting morning. We were going to go to back home because I wanted to show you something very unique and very special and very sensitive about the Philippines. But although the sun is shining now, it was raining very, very hard. We drove, and usually whenever the rain comes, you usually turn off and get underneath something, whether it be a tree or business, you know. And we did that for about a good 30 minutes. And then it slowed down and the sun came out. We drove again, and then it started pouring down again. So we decided to turn around and just say, look, we'll make our trip to back home tomorrow. So that video I would bring to you in the next video. Okay, other than that, this is Easter Sunday. You know, we had to stop here. Mia has shrimp. The thing that I am allergic to. If I was to eat this, my lips are... everything would break out. So, other than that, I just want to just start this video off by giving you a little bit of an idea of how our day was going. Okay? So, remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly for someone else. And sometimes, you're the only one to see the people. And the best we bring to life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Holly Woodson, formerly singer of the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good woman like me, never say no and make her feel like a king. This place holds special memories to me. In fact, one of the guys who worked here told me that two of the people who used to live here passed away during the COVID, and I was sad to hear that. Also, I'm not going to get into the other story, it's crazy, you know, but anyway, I'll finish this video when I get home. I'll talk to you later. Peace. I want to thank Mia on the camera. We'll talk to you later. One other thing I'm going to tell you, whenever you stop at these eateries, you know, it's always safe. I know we like our food hot. I mean, we like to see steam coming up from our food when we eat. Filipinos don't. They'll eat it very cold and what have you. So what I do is I look for the soup that's hot and I pour it on top. It makes everything hot. That kind of rhymes. I should have been a rapper. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, it's in the G hour of the morning. I thought this would be a nice atmosphere with the moon over my shoulder. I think that's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people. I don't want to start with so much a lot of people, but you know, let's talk about the safetiness of the Philippines, because you know, in spite of things that you hear or what you might think, to me, the Philippines is a very safe place. You know, I think using your common sense, not to put yourself in situations that you know you're going to lose, and if you're a drinker, don't drink too much. You know, yeah. I know that's one of the favorite pastimes here in the Philippines is drinking, and a lot of foreigners get together and they just drink. You know what if that's what floats your boat, go ahead on and do it. But for me personally, now, you know, I've always been able to listen to my sixth sense. I call it my sixth sense. You know, you have five. Your sixth senses is like when you're spider senses tingle, and that's always got me out of harm's way. It has safeguarded me, you know, and keeping me out of situations that, in my mind, that could have developed into something a lot more severe. A lot of people warn me about wearing jewelry or something like that in the Philippines, and again, it's how you carry yourself. I don't put myself in situations where is that there is a likelihood, although you don't know a likelihood of something happening. It's just, again, it's how you carry yourself. And I believe it's a lot easier to make them laugh and smile than to have them sit and fester with the idea of who this foreigner think he is, coming to my country doing this. And believe you me, I believe some do think like that. I really like to do a video of men, Filipino men, who I ask the questions of, what do you feel about foreigners when you see a foreigner, an old foreigner with a young Filipina? What are the thoughts that go through your mind? You know, and I want to find some that are honest enough to tell me, because I know in my country, we still have a stigma of black and white people going, interracial dating, and how interracial dating can sometimes lead to, conflict, or, anger, or envy, or jealousy. So I want to know how the Filipinos feel about it. You know, are there some that might think, oh, good, I'm happy for her because, they know that he's going to, elevate the family or help the family out. Or there's some that think that, wow, he's got that beautiful Filipina, and that Filipina could be mine. But then, you gotta remember that it's also about security. There's not a lot of a lot of work here. There is, but when you talk about finding a job, you're talking about finding a job that the minimum wage is 250 pesos a day. You know, and finding something that really can support a family is, comfortably a few and far between. That's why I know if I tip someone 50 pesos, or I tip someone 100 pesos, I am making a difference in their life. Although you might not think as much, it is. It means a meal. Uh, when you pay someone 100, tip someone 100 pesos, that's a half a day's work that you're giving them, that they appreciate. So, I wanted to have a discussion with Filipino men, about how they feel about foreigners dating Filipino girls. Sure, we have enough conversation about Filipinos dating foreigners, and that's always fun for shits and giggles. But what's the real story? How do they really think? How do they really feel? About seeing, um, you know, someone with a foreigner, a foreigner with a Filipina. You know, you know, you know. And another thing is that, a few of my nieces, are pregnant now. You know, and it saddens me, because I know what their dreams were. I know what it was that they wanted to do. I know what it was that they wanted to do with their lives. And then for them to end up pregnant, at 19, 20, or 18, it totally derails that. And for the life of me, you know I don't understand why that seems to be, the rite of passage when they get that age to get pregnant, or and the guy, chances are, he's not going to stay with her. More times than not, he's not. More times than not, he's going to leave her. And it's going to be a hard life for them. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can stress about it. All you can do is just bless them, and if they're that close to you, you be there when they need you, and they will need you, And so, but about three of them are pregnant now, and they're all about the same age. And I don't know if they made a pact to all have the baby, have baby at the same time, so they all grow up together. You know, but it's really disappointing. So it seems like as soon as they're out of high school or in the first year of college or something, you know, if you're not, you know, really striving for what it is that you want to do, chances are they end up pregnant. You know, so you know, so if they would ask me, how do I feel about it? I feel that you know, it hurts. It hurts because they don't know what they're in for. I'm sure they do because they see it all around them. They see how hard it is, for a woman, a single mother to survive here in the Philippines. You know, and you really need a good family support. Thank God they all got good, strong family support. But still, getting pregnant at an early age is, is seems to be something that happens a lot of times. You know, but those are the two things that you know. And I have one niece who's not pregnant yet, who I love so dearly, and I want to tell her, sit her and her boyfriend down, don't do it. Take extra care. Take extra precaution. Not to get pregnant, because here in the Philippines, abortion is not an option. There's no abortion in the Philippines. That's something that they don't do. I know President Duterte had tried to pass a law to make it easier to have the Catholic Church ease the restrictions on abortion, because Duterte felt that you know uh, uh, and on divorce, that to make it easier for couples to get divorced, because the reason that he looked at it as is if it's better to allow the couple to divorce in hopes that they will make a better choice in their partner and provide a stable family for the child. And that makes good sense. um, I don't know how far it went or if it went anywhere at all, but I know that was a train of thought and what he wanted to do as far as marriage and divorce. And the funny thing here in the Philippines, you know, I have a friend. He has a child, and here in the Philippines, the child belongs to the husband, belongs to the father. So in other words, like even if even if if you were with the girl and you separated, and the girl ended up going with the foreigner, and she got married. She got married, or not? She got married because she's pregnant. But if she was to have a child, that child doesn't belong to her. It belongs to her ex-husband. You see, the ex-husband has priority over that child. And he's caught in a dilemma because to my understanding, is that it's like you know, there's pressure on him to leave, but he has a child, and he's like, "Look, I'm not going nowhere and not taking my child with me." And I don't know if he understands the law, but the child is his. There's no one can take that child away from you because you're the father. And in a way, that that's a good law. You know, you know. Uh, and of course, who can provide a more stability, more stable home for the child. So, you know, I wanted to ask that question of, you know, of Filipino men. I like to interview more Filipino men, but, often the times it's hard to find them where they can speak articulately English, where they can really, articulate their thoughts and tell you what it is they're feeling, you know, um, in English, and that seems to be, the rough spot about that. But I will. I will survive. I will be successful. I will bring you that. I will bring you the thoughts of Filipino men and how they feel about seeing foreigners with Filipino. I know when I'm in Dumaguete and I'm walking, I always look at you know couples, men and women, and when I see an old guy, I am compelled to look at us Filipinos, see how old she is, and like this, or how young she is. You know what I'm saying? And and you just can't help but think, why are you lucky, 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 lucky? You know, and it's good for her and good for him. That he's able to spend the last days of his life holding on to something, or being or having someone so beautiful in their household, in his house. My father and his best friend, they were getting old. My father's best friend, he always carried a little packet of cocaine in his wallet. And one day I asked him, I said, well, why do you have that in your wallet? He said, I might get lucky, like that. So one day, when in his basement, I brought over a street entertainer, and let them, play with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something what what men want to do to the last day of their lives. I always tell people, I say, look, if I'm in the hospital and and they're trying to feed me baby food, because I'm on my way out. I want somebody to step up and say, a girl, move out the way. I know what he wants. And I go, "Mwah, mwah, 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 mwah." That would make me happy. That would make me smile. In fact, I'm gonna put it in my will. It says every girl that does it gets 5,000 pesos if I have the money. Because that's the way I like to go out, man. I want to go out with a girl. So anyway, this is just a little short. I just threw in here just to finish this video and give something, put something out there for you. Like I said in the beginning, I got something special for you. I'm going to put on here today. So remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, always pull someone up. And sometimes, you're the only one to see your vision. Look at that moon. Isn't that moon so beautiful? My God. Can I put it in my hand? Yeah. That moon is so beautiful. So if you dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge of life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, never say no and make him feel like a king. And remember, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace. And about safety, don't be stupid. Um, love you like a love song, baby. Ciao.